And mute everybody then, if there's no questions, and we'll get started. All right, so find you just a comfortable place to be, place where you can just kind of spread your arms out a little bit, and we'll be taking some steps as well. So, hello. So I want you to start with some shoulder rolls. This is one of my favorite ways to start Tai Chi. It starts to tell the body that we are going to be practicing and moving and feeling good. Good. Now just take the shoulders and roll them in the other direction. So nice and slow. I always like to tell students, you're welcome to move slower than me. Try not to move faster than me. Sometimes as I'm talking, I forget to slow down. And that's what we want to try to do with Tai Chi, while we're practicing, slow everything down and really gain the benefits of it. And the benefits are going slow, relaxing the mind, relaxing the body, and moving in a way that's going to help our whole body feel good. So just keep that shoulder going. You can go forward, back, whatever feels comfortable. Just keep the shoulders moving, and let us a couple more people in here. All right. Good. All right, now feet are shoulder width apart. And just hands on your hips. We're just going to roll the upper body. We're just going to make a circle, roll the upper body around. Start to gently get the body moving. Feels good, doesn't it? Good, now just rotate the other direction, nice and easy. And I want you to start to pay attention to your breath. Make sure you are breathing. Don't hold your breath. In and out. Just relax. Good. All right. I just want you to take 1 foot forward. Now I want you to only step as far as you feel comfortable with your balance. All right. So you can step a little farther, or you can make it a little shorter, whatever feels good for you. Okay. And we're just going to take, starting with the knee here, we're just going to rotate in a very small circle and just kind of check in with the knee and ankle and see how things are feeling. Before we ever make a really big movement, I always like to test it with a little small movement first so you can check in if anything needs attention. So if everything feels good, then you can just make the circle a little bit bigger. So this is a very gentle way to warm up the ankle, the knee, and the hip. Now rotate the other direction. So just start to rotate the other way. And just as a reminder, and I'll mention it many times as we go through the class tonight, if you feel any pain, you want to back off the movement some. Nothing should be painful. You may feel it working, you may feel it stretching, but I don't want it to be painful. So if something's painful, so for instance, if I'm making a big movement and that hurts, then I just want to make the movement smaller. All right, let's try the other leg. So switch your feet. Just take a nice breath here. Find your footing. And let's take the knee, we're going to rotate to the outside. So again, let's start small because we're just starting this leg. And take your time with it. Now, even if you're seated in a chair, if you're doing your Tai Chi seated, you can still do this movement. Put one leg forward and rotate the knee out. And now let's change the direction. We're going to rotate the knee in. So we just change the circle. Should start to feel creating a little heat in the body. That is what we want. Good, and relax. Okay, nice. All right, bring the feet just shoulder width apart. We're going to start with the hands down by the side. And we're going to take in 3 breaths. When we lift the hands, we're going to inhale through the nose. When we bring the hands down, we're going to exhale out the mouth. All right, so it's bringing the arms up, inhale. Only go as high as comfortable for your shoulders. And when we come down, we're going to lead with the elbows and let the hands come down by our side. So inhale up. Exhale down. Let's do it again. Now, the slower you can do it, the more you're going to work that breath, the more you're going to work being able to hold your breath, and then bring the arms down. Slowly exhale all the way till all the air comes out. Now, since the first one was just kind of a warm-up, let's do one more. So pull up, inhale, and exhale. Very nice. Good. Okay. All right. Now, once you take your feet, you're going to step them a little bit wider. Again, however wide is comfortable. We want to make sure we always maintain our balance. Hands out by the side. Now, my knees are bent. Okay. And we're going to come down like we're scooping up the earth. This is the earth breath. And arms come up overhead. And down. And up overhead. Now let's do with the breath. So I want you to breathe out here. And as you come up, I want you to inhale. Big inhale, really filling up. And then let it all go. Let everything out. Breathe out. And then again, inhale. And exhale. Let's do one more. And breathe out. Good, good. Take your time. All right, now we're going to bring the feet back in just to shoulder width. And I always want to keep a little bit of a soft knee. That means that there's some play in there. I don't want to lock my knees out. So just kind of keep them soft. It's okay if you move and flow. We want that movement in our body, okay? So what we're going to do now is the water breath. With this breath, I lead up with my wrists to about eye level. And then like a waterfall, I'm just going to let those hands come down, and I'm going to lead with my wrist on the way down. So there's a lot of nice motion in warming up the hands here. So inhale, arms come up, just about eye level this time. Exhale, arms float down. It's a little bit shorter breath, a little bit more calming breath. Again, this is the water breath. Good. Take your time finishing that movement. And we're not all at the same pace, and that's okay. If it takes you a little longer or a little less time to finish than me, please feel free to finish the movement. Don't rush just because I finished it, okay? All right, so now I want you to take 1 foot forward. Again, I'm only stepping out just a little bit. It's not a giant step, so just something that feels comfortable for you, all right? And we're going to take the hands, and we're going to push your palms towards me. And then you're going to rotate the hands, and you're going to pull in like you're pulling a big cart. And then you're going to push that away, and you're going to pull in. Good. Now just keep this motion going, forward and back. And as you're practicing this motion, I'm just going to go over a couple of key points. Okay? One, as my hands go forward, my weight shifts forward onto the front leg. And as my hands come back, my weight shifts on the back leg. All right? Just keep going. I'm going to turn sideways so you can just see the movement from another angle. Okay? Forward. And back. Now the knees are a tricky part of the body, so please be careful with those. Remember, if it's any pain, just make the movement a little smaller. Now as you pull the hands in, that's your inhale. I want you to breathe in. And as you push the hands out, breathe out. So moving with your breath. This is what Gong is moving with your breath, intentionally. You can walk and do Gong if you put your breath with your walking, anything that's intentional breathing with movement. This particular movement is called gathering chi. So you want to think about release, and then you want to pull in all the good energy, all the good stuff, all the good thoughts. And then exhale, send that back out to the world. Pull in the good, and then share it. Good, now relax your hands down by your side when you finish that breath. And take your time, we're going to do the other leg. Okay, so I've got the other foot forward. I still have that forward motion. Okay, but on this movement, this is called circulating the chi. So now that we've gathered all that, we're going to circulate it through our body. So the hands go out just like we did on the last move. But instead of pulling back, I'm actually going to go down. And I'm going to pull up. Right up through the middle. And then I'm going to release. Breathe out. Go down. And pull up. And out. So when I'm pulling up, that's when I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to breathe in here. And then exhale, let it all go. And as you're breathing in, I want you to think about pulling your belly up to your ribs. So we're strengthening the lower portion of our body. Inhale up. Exhale, let it go. Good, everybody's looking good. Just take your time. Focus on how your body's feeling right now. Maybe your legs are going, okay, that's pretty good activity you got going on there. If you're working me, that's okay. Just find a finish to this movement, wherever feels natural to you, and then just bring everything back to the front. Okay? Good. Shake out the hands for me. Now I want you to shake the shoulders a little bit. Just kind of release some tension in the neck. So one of the things we tend to do when we move is we kind of let those shoulders creep up to our ears, and what we want to do is try to create space between the shoulders and the ears. So you'll often hear me talk about relax the shoulders, okay? So, and you'll feel that. I think it's just a natural thing that we do, all right? So just try to keep them soft. All right, this next Gong movement is called polishing the mirrors, okay? And you're gonna, if your balance is good, I want you to put your feet together. If you need a little bit more help with the balance, keep your feet apart, or you can put your hand on a chair or something to help you there. All right, so I'm going to start with my hands right here in the middle. My palms are facing you. And then I'm going to bend the knees and I'm going to sink down. You're going to feel a stretch in the back of your calves. And then the arms are going to come up, just to eye level. I'm just making a circle. And then I'm going to go back down again. So I'm going up and down. So the inhale is on the up. And the exhale is as you go down. So you're probably noticing a little bit of a trend in the breathing. Whenever we move up or expend energy, we're going to breathe in. And then when we're done with the movement, we can relax and exhale. Now, as your legs start to warm up, you can feel like you can go a little deeper. Please do so. If not, please don't. Now we're going to reverse this motion. So right here at the bottom, I want you to come up through the center. Inhale. And then exhale out and down. So inhale up. And exhale. Should be very conscious of the breath. So on purpose, inhale, push up. And then with energy, breathe out, let it go. One more. And just when you find a natural ending point, you can go ahead and stop there. Good, good. All right, go ahead and take one foot. You're just going to come up on the heel, like so. And I'm just going to shake it back and forth. Just kind of shake it out. See if you can get it nice and loose. And then we're going to do the same on the other foot. So first find your balance, and then shake it out. Good. All right, feet shoulder width. I want you to take your toes, and I want you to take your toes, I want you to grip them to the floor. So spread them out and grip the floor. Even if you have your shoes on, you can do that. And then pull the toes in. I'll show you with my fingers. Pretend they're toes, and you're just going to crunch them in. And this is going to take your feet and warm up those feet. All right, so here, spread the toes out and pull them in. One of the most important things that we kind of neglect and even abuse are our feet. This is an exercise that keeps them awake, keeps them flexible, keeps them strong. So spread those toes out and pull them in like you're bunching up a rug. Bunching up a rug with your toes. Good, good. All right, I want you to take your hands, and you're just going to grasp your fingers here, and I want you to pull, opening up the chest, just pull, press your elbows to the opposite sides of the room. Now put your palms together, and I want you to press the palms together. So now you feel your back open and stretch. So let's do each of those one more time. So pull, open the chest, and press, open the back. Good, and relax. Okay. All right, we're going to go into our first Gong style Tai Chi movement. What we've been doing so far is different Qi-Gongs, warming up the body. And this one is grasp the peacock's tail. So very simply, I just want you to put one hand over the other. And the top hand is going to slide down to our hip. The bottom hand is going to slide up to our eyes. Okay, so let's try that again here. Now let's try them at the same time. Good, good. All right, now just keep trying that. And if you were with me last week, you heard me talk about the Tai Chi bubble. And the Tai Chi bubble is the space around you. And oftentimes we want to stay right inside that bubble. We don't necessarily want to pop it. So as I move my hands, I want to be careful on this move, not to overextend. I'm not trying to stretch big. I should feel like, okay, this is a very comfortable place for my arms. And that's where I know to stop. Just before full extension. All right, now we're going to add a little step to that. So you've got your circle here. I want you to take this foot, and I'm just going to balance on my toe. Now, if balancing is an issue, you're concerned about that, or if you're seated, then I want you just to go ahead and step out. All right, you can do the whole movement here, or you can do it in the chair. Otherwise, I'm going to balance on one foot. I'm going to step out and grasp peacock's tail. So there's a nice lunge there. Good, good. And then I'm just going to repeat that. I'm going to come back and step out. And do that a couple times on your own. And when we're doing these Yang style moves, as we're learning them, I don't want you to be too concerned about the breathing, when to breathe in, when to breathe out. Just kind of relax your breath. As you evolve in the practice, it'll start to come naturally. The G-Kong will help you know when it's right to breathe in and when it's right to breathe out. Good, now I'm going to change my angle. I want you to keep doing what you're doing. As I go out, if you're ready for it, I want you to add a little turn to the body so you square up. So we started to the side, and then I step out, and I'm going to turn. Good, so now I've got a little work going on here in the center. Nice and slow, and open up. Again, this is grasp the peacock's tail. Now, if you've been doing this for a while, and I know we have people at all levels here, you can do this in a much bigger motion. You can lift the knee higher, you can step out slower and bigger, and bend down into the stance a little more. So if you have been doing this for a while, you're welcome to make it a little more challenging. Just remember, however big you step out, you do have to step back. So be careful. Let's do one last one on this side. Good, good. All right, so we'll go to the other side in just a minute. But before we do that, let's go ahead and bring the feet together. Remember, if you want to work on your balance, you need to keep your feet apart. And you're going to rotate around. The closer we get our feet together, the harder it is to balance. So go at a pace that's good for you. So now we're just kind of spiraling both knees at the same time. You may feel that you can make a little bigger circle here. You may feel a little stretch in your lower back. That's okay. Let's go to the other direction and just rotate around. Good, now stop here in the center for me. You can keep your knees slightly bent and just fold forward, stretch down. Relax the neck and shoulders. Keep your eyes open. And as you breathe out, pull your chest closer to your legs. And with your eyes open and your knees bent, slowly roll up. Just take your time rolling up. Relax the breath. No rush. When you get to the top, the shoulders roll back first, and then you lift the head. And you can practice that anytime. I recommend you keep your eyes open just for balance purposes. Sometimes when we close our eyes in that position, we lose track of where we are. All right. Okay, let's try grasp the peacock's tail on the other side. So first of all, let's just do the hands. So I'm going to put the other hand on the top, remembering that my top hand will become my low hand by my hip, and my bottom hand will become the high hand up by the eyes. All right. So here, relax your breath. Good. Keep that space between your ear and your shoulder, and grasp the peacock's tail. Good. Very nice. Good. All right, let's go ahead and add the feet on this. Okay. So I'm on the toe if you're doing that movement, or you can go ahead and step out. And then I'm going to step out and grasp the peacock's tail. Good. And then I'm going to come back to my starting position. Step out, grasp the peacock's tail. Looks good. Very nice. On this next one, let's see if we can add that little bit of a turn. So at first I step out, and then I turn the body to square. I'm squaring the shoulders and the hips. So a little bit of a twist there. Starting to the side, step out, and then twist towards the high hand. Nice, very good. Let's try one more. Good. All right, that's been a lot of movement. Let's calm that movement down a little bit with 3 breaths. So I'm going to just gently breathe in through the nose, nothing too deep. And then just kind of as a recentering, breathe out, bring the hands to the belly for Dantian. And let's do that again. Inhale. Nice and easy, centering all that energy to the center of your body. And one more time. Very good. Take your time. Nice. Okay, you should be feeling very warmed up from your head down to your toe. Should feel good in the shoulders, the waist, and the hips. Good. All right. Okay, so I want to go over a move tonight, and I haven't gone over this yet in this virtual course that we've been doing the last couple of weeks. It's called cloud hands. All right, and it's another iconic Tai Chi movement, and it's very billowing, just like you see a bunch of big fluffy clouds in the sky. All right, there are a number of variations. Tonight we're just going to do one that is going to keep both palms facing your body. Okay, so I'm just going to sweep the arms to one side, and then I exchange them and sweep to the other side. Exchange and sweep. Exchange and sweep. And the more comfortable you get with this, the bigger you can make your stance, and the more you can turn your body. And just take it as big and as billowing as you feel comfortable in your body. Big twist. As I expand my stance, I start to feel it more in my hips. And I want to try to keep my hands just below my shoulders. So if I bring my arms up too high, that starts to create some tension in my shoulders, and we want to remember to try to avoid that. So I'm going to keep the hand below the shoulders. Yeah, so I'm just really going right inside the frame of my torso. And I don't know where you guys have been at, but around here, it's been pretty windy. So you can kind of visualize those big fluffy clouds just floating in the sky. Now let's slow it way down. And I want you to let your vision follow the high hand. So the hand that's high, that's where I'm going to let my head go ahead and turn. Now I want to look just beyond the hand, not at the hand. If you look at the hand back and forth, you'll get dizzy. So I'm going to look just beyond the hand and let the head turn. Now we're getting a bigger rotation. We're letting the head turn, the waist turn. And again, I'm just going to relax my breath here. Don't worry about in and out, when to do that. Just make sure you breathe in and out. Go ahead and find a nice finishing point. Just bring the hands down and walk the feet back into a comfortable standing position. All right. Now, all of these movements, the peacock's tail and the cloud hands, you can do these with moving. I like to teach them here because this is just the environment that we're in. But let me show you how to walk down the floor with those different movements. So if you want to practice in a bigger space, you can. All right, so we'll just take the hands out of it for now. And we're going to start with those feet, the footwork for grasp the peacock's tail. So I'm starting here. I'm going to step forward. Now, before I take another step forward, I kind of have to get my body in position. So I'm going to turn the back foot. I'm going to turn the front foot. So I've opened up my hip. And then step forward. Find your balance. Now, I can use that leg to step forward. I turn the back foot, turn the front foot, step up. I take that leg, step forward. Turn the back foot, turn the front foot, and step up. So let me back up a little bit so you can see how to move. I'll come straight forward towards you. Okay? So it's very important that I take this one little piece at a time. I never want to rush my Tai Chi movements. I always want to be conscious of everything I'm doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is step out. I'm going to turn the back foot, so now I'm facing straight ahead. But still, this is a difficult way to step forward. So I'm going to turn the front foot. Now I've created space, I've opened the hips, and I can step up. Then I take that foot, step forward, turn the back foot, turn the front foot, step up. Now I'm ready for the other side again. Turn the back foot, turn the front foot, step up. So it's kind of a three-part. First I step out, then I turn, then I open, and step up. So 1, 2, 3. Now I'm ready to step forward on the other side. Step out. 1, 2, 3. Step out. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, how that works with the grasp the peacock's tail is I start with the ball, embrace the moon, and I step out. I do my movement. I move the back foot. I move the front foot. And when I step up, I bring that moon or ball onto the other side. Now I'm ready to step out. I do my movement. Turn the back foot. Turn the front foot. Step up. And I'm ready to go to the other side again. So if it seems difficult, it is. All right, it's not easy. It does take a lot of practice. There are a lot of steps to that. But if you practice if you want to just practice going back and forth with the hands, you can practice here. You just have to remember to make the top hand the top of the new ball or the new moon. And I can just practice going side to side this way, which is just a little bit more challenge than just doing one side over and over again. But you've got to think about where you're at, and I know, like I said, we have a lot of different levels here. And just practice where you're at, where you're comfortable. Your Tai Chi should not cause you stress. And to be quite honest with you, as long as you're moving and breathing, all the right things will come into place in good time. Good. All right. Okay, let's bring the feet in here. If somebody's joining us a little bit late. Okay. All right. So taking that one movement, grasp the peacock's tail, you can see that you can add a whole lot to it to keep challenging yourself and keep learning new things. And I by no means expect you to learn all that tonight. I just wanted to make sure I hit all the different levels, and you can practice at whatever level you feel most comfortable with. Okay? All right, we are going to finish tonight's practice with a Gong flow. So this is something that I've been doing a couple of times in this class. It's one of the first flows I ever learned, but about 20 years ago, but I absolutely love it, and it's a great way to end the class. All right? So we're going to start with our feet together, our hands by our side, which we make a fist, hands by your side. And we're going to do each of these movements 3 times. Okay, so we'll do one, and then we'll do it again, and then we'll do it a 3rd time. Each time you should feel a little more comfortable in it. So first of all, bring your toes out, bring your heels out, and bring your toes forward. Now inhale as you reach your fist towards me. Nice big inhale, nice big stretch. Open the fingers, and we're going to rotate. Pull in, make a nice tight fist, and pull your hands back to your side. Breathe out. Let's do that again. Inhale. Nice and strong. Tight grip here. I want you to really use those fingers and hands. Breathe out as you pull back. Inhale, reach forward. Strong fingers here. Nice and strong. Breathe out, pull back. Open the chest. Good. Now bring your palms together. And we're going to push one elbow to the side and push the other elbow to the other side. That's 1. So let's find the center, and we'll go to the side, go to the other side. You should feel a good stretch in each shoulder as you push. Find the center, go to the other side, and last time, and find your center. Good. Now from here, we're going to go a little wider with this stance if you're comfortable with it. Toes out, heels out, toes out again. So we've got this nice big bend here. Bend your knees, and you're going to inhale, bring the hands up, Open up, and then swoop those hands in like an hourglass. Breathe out as they go down by your side. And we'll repeat that. Inhale up. If you're comfortable looking up, do so. And as you bring the hands in and down, look down. Let's do that one more time. Big open, big stretch, big breath. And let it all go. Good. Now bring the hands around in front of you. Fingers facing each other. And we're going to bring the feet back in. Toes first, heels, and then toes. My knees are soft right here, nice and bent. And I'm going to twist my waist and turn my head. Only go as far as you're comfortable. And then once you reach that point, start turning and going back the other way. Nice and slow. So that was one. We're going to do that 2 more times. It's very natural here to feel the exhale as you twist, so breathe out. Keep it in mind, if you feel anything twinge or painful, you need to not go that far. And we're going to do 1 more time each side. The way we increase our flexibility and we increase our range of motion in Tai Chi is by slowly teaching the body how to do that. We don't want to rush the process because our body won't have enough strength to keep up with that. So slowly we build. Now find your center. Now we're going to lift the arms up, inhale, and we're going to do a little squat here, only as far as you're comfortable. Squat down, breathe out. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale up, take your time, and exhale down. One more time, inhale up, and exhale down. Good, bring the hands down to the side. Now, if you're comfortable with your balance, I want you to bring your feet in. If not, I want you to keep your feet right here. But if you're bringing them in, it's toes in, heels in, toes forward. So we're right back where we started with our feet together. Hands come into a prayer position. Now I'm going to take this into different segments. Don't move too soon. First, the hands go up. And then I'm going to try to stand on the balls of my feet. I push up. Then I lower slowly. And then I bring the hands down. So that's 1. All right, so let's do that again. Hands come up. Push up on the ball of your feet. Lower slowly. And then hands come down. So separating each movement. And we're going to breathe in as we come up. You might need a little catch breath to breathe in to push up. And then we're going to breathe out as we lower down. And very nice. Okay, I would like to take this last minute just to loosen up our neck a little bit.